Greetings, greetings, greetings. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Dr. Charlie Brown, Dr. Charlene Brown, if we're being very formal. But Dr. Charlie is what I go by most of the time. It is my distinguished honor and great sacred pleasure to participate in holding this wave of the MECCA frequency. Yesterday, in our call, Sister Ma'at, she led us in a really powerful meditation, but I felt like it was more of an embodiment of connecting with Earth Mother. And that is so interesting because I've recently deepened that connection myself. Let us first take 3 gathering breaths. We will do this every day for the next week. We're going to take 3 deep breaths together and gather ourselves and connect with each other as we do that. So I want you to you can make this interactive. Take your hands if you have hands. And if you don't have hands or if you're unable to move your arms, imagine it. Imagining sometimes works just as well. So we're going to gather. We're going to gather ourselves in. So gather, collect, breathe in. And breathe that into your heart as you exhale. We'll do that twice more. Breathe in. Gather. Feel your heartbeat connecting with mine and everyone else here. As we exhale. And one more time, breathe in. And hold it in your heart for a moment before you breathe out. Breathe into the earth this time. So I envision this as interactive, and messages have already been coming through, so I imagine that I'll continue to channel. And what's really on my spirit in this moment is the idea of being unhurried. It is in the 4 o'clock a.m. hour, my local time, which is United States East Coast Standard Time or East Coast Time. I have no idea if we're on Standard or Daylight Time. And this is not normally an hour I find myself awake. And yet this ritual has called to me at a deep level. So the idea of being unhurried. And Mama Earth, she's never in a hurry. She's not in a rush. Even when big things are happening. A hurricane takes days to form, and then it'll last for days or even a week and a half or so. The Earth's plates, they don't move in any particular hurry. Volcanoes, again, what we see is the spectacularness of a volcano, but understand that that has been building for a very long time. So if we think about even the cycle of the seasons, the leaves don't all change at once. They take their time. And then the leaves that are going to fall, they fall in their own time as well. And so thinking about unhurried in the sense that big actions are a series of smaller actions that we take every day, every moment. In each moment, you have the opportunity to create a new moment and to take a different step if that's what you so choose. For this ritual, I have prepared an altar. Altars, unless they are public and communal, tend to be private. My altar did not want to be seen on camera, so it is not. But there is a plate of fruit, and I made some cookies yesterday that the ancestors absolutely claimed, because that is a relationship, that is a two-way relationship. And a sweet, I'm supposed to eat the sweet. I got some chocolate. I am a chocolate lover, and this gives me an excuse to eat chocolate at 4 a.m. And ancestors, my ancestors also like chocolate. I like Dove because they have words with them. Hands are meant to be held, this one says, but I get to eat my sweetness. I have water. My ancestors also demanded grapes, so there are grapes on my altar as well as a candle and water, as most altars. The basis of any altar will generally be a candle and water. So, being unhurried, I'm wearing red earth to ground myself. This frequency has been coming in heavier and heavier as this week approached for me to be the keeper of the frequency and really connecting with the earth. Um, the frequency, this wave number 12, we transmit a frequency so strong that our natural connection and calibration with nature, the earth, and the cosmos is the strongest it's ever been. I'll read that twice more. We transmit a frequency so strong that our natural connection and calibration with nature, the earth, and the cosmos is the strongest it's ever been. We transmit a frequency so strong that our natural connection and calibration with nature, the earth, and the cosmos is the strongest it's ever been. And we do that in an unhurried way. Being unhurried can be very counterintuitive at the moment. We live in a world right now where there's a lot of rushing and there's an onslaught of information and doing, and the idea to do and do and do, and I have to be doing something. I am a Capricorn and Earth sign, and it is nearly my season. We're still in the Sagittarius season at the moment, but being an Earth sign and really connecting in to not rush, to be unhurried in what and how I move about in the world, how I walk in the world. So I ask you today, what does it mean for you to be unhurried? Can you take a moment and I'm a numbers person, so 108 is a sacred number for a lot of reasons. Find a numerology book that you like or a person that makes sense to you and use that. But talking about the MECCA frequency 108 times throughout the week, it divides about into 15. And then, so we're going to do it 18 times today. We're going to say it 18 times today. And we will partner that with being unhurried. I will always give you a task to see how you can complete it. And it will have to do with whatever the theme is of the day, whatever is kind of bubbling up for me. And that's unhurried today. So throughout your day, I want you to say, you can do it with me now. You can do it at various points in your day. But 18 times we're going to say, MECCA frequency, I am unhurried. So let's try that now. Actually, we'll close that out. I still, more is coming through for unhurried. Being at peace with being unhurried. When I was in high school, I don't know, I think one day I literally had 17 different things to do that day. And when I got to college, it was down to about 13, I would say. But college felt expansive in that way because I felt like I had so much time because every moment of my day was not scheduled. And I said, oh, I only have a couple of classes a day in the week, and then I have, all this other time to do and do and do. And as I've moved further and further away from college, I have learned to be unhurried. In college, I was in the honors program at my college, in the business school, and we would have these trips that we would take to corporate offices and corporate headquarters, and they usually provided meals and breakfast. I've never been hurried, but I would say it's been much more intentional now. So breakfast, if we needed to be on that bus at 8:25 at 8:23, I was still finishing my breakfast. And the director of the program was always, Charlene, we have to go. I say, ma'am, you told me 8:25. I'll be there at 8:25, but I got 2 more bites of my breakfast. If you ask my mother, I've never been hurried. I'm never in a rush. But again, being really intentional about that. So my question for you today is, how can you be intentional about being unhurried? What does that mean for you in your life? What does that mean for you in your day? There's so many demands on our time and our energy within any given day. What does it mean to be unhurried? So that's my question for today. I want you to, let's take 3 more gathering breaths and then we'll reverse that. We're going to say MECCA frequency, I am unhurried. We're going to say that 18 times today, and hereafter it'll be 15 times with MECCA frequency and whatever the theme of the day is. And I invite you to listen to your body. Listen to your body and see what it wants to do. It may want gentle movement. It may just want to sit quietly and reflect and meditate. It may want to dance and leap with joy. I'm not a leaper with joy. You may be, though. Maybe your shoulders need a little shimmy. See what needs to be expressed in being unhurried, and see how you can express that today. When I finish this talk, which will go out as a video link, I will also sit in journaling space for a little while until that feels complete. Again, without putting a time frame or limit on it, just until it feels complete, letting that be unhurried as well. So 18 times, I'm gonna try and count. I'm good at math, but I can't count past 3 is what I say. So our mantra for the day is, you can also say it as many more times as you'd like. Our mantra for the day is, I embody the MECCA frequency. I am unhurried today. So let's say that. So you can say it with me. You can mirror it back to me, however works for you. And I'm going to do that 18 times. Okay. I embody the MECCA frequency and I am unhurried. I embody the MECCA frequency and I am unhurried. I embody the MECCA frequency and I am unhurried. I am unhurried. I embody the MECCA frequency. I embody the MECCA frequency and I am unhurried. I am unhurried today. I embody the MECCA frequency. I embody the MECCA frequency and I am unhurried. I am unhurried. I embody the MECCA frequency. I embody the MECCA frequency. I am unhurried. I am unhurried and I embody the MECCA frequency. I am unhurried and I embody the MECCA frequency. I am unhurried and I embody the MECCA frequency. I am so unhurried today and I embody the MECCA frequency. I embody the MECCA frequency in an unhurried way. I am unhurried. I embody the MECCA frequency. I embody the MECCA frequency. I am unhurried. I am unhurried. I embody the MECCA frequency. I am unhurried. I embody the MECCA frequency. Whew, I could feel that gaining power. I don't know what you felt, but I'm warm now. Heat started rising in my chest and my shoulders. So, how can you be unhurried today? We're going to take 3 more deep breaths together to seal our time today, but just to kind of close out. Ritual needs an opening and a closing. If you don't close it, it continues to be open. And ritual is the sort of thing that needs to be closed or very directed. So we are directing that today. So we're going to take 3 more deep breaths. This time I'm going to stand. See what the camera angle does on that. Here we go. And we're going to gather. So we're going to take those same deep gathering breaths and make them personal. Bring them to your heart. Ready? Thank you for joining me today, and be unhurried in your day. I will see you again tomorrow, and I am so glad that you're joining me. I'm Dr. Charli Brown. Take great care.